And we are live. Welcome to Mediaverse Podcast, home for all your media consumption at the center of your media universe. I'm Kyle, and always here, my friend Chris.
How's it going?
Today we got news about EA, Dragon Ball, games, add-ons, and we're also going to be talking about. I can't even remember the other. I remember the last thing we were talking about. Oh yeah, the toy movie franchise. The toy movie franchise.
What's the main topic?
The main topic today is DC Universe good? Find out.
All right.
After the news.
So we'll start with the news as usual.
Yep.
So we'll start with Metroid Prime 4.
Yep.
A game that a lot of people are looking forward to.
Yep.
A game originally not being developed by Retro Studios.
Yep.
Being developed by Bandai Namco. There was some... Okay, I'm just going to say some like crazy things I heard about this game first.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that this game was possibly being developed by the remnants of the team that was making Star Wars 1616, that like shooter game they were thinking of making. This was really early rumors, but now it seems like whoever was making this game, Nintendo wasn't impressed and has pretty much restarted development with Retro Studios.
Yeah. So. Here's my 2 cents. If it wasn't for Nintendo, because I love Nintendo for being very honest with their audience and saying, listen, we made a mistake and we are rebooting this. I mean, we'll have to wait longer. And I like that they did a big announcement. Usually it looks like a direct, but it wasn't. And everyone thought it was going to get canceled. And if it was any other company, they would just been like, let's just throw it out there.
It's rare for Nintendo to announce a game as early as they did with Metroid. Especially since like they didn't even have anything, like they just literally said in development. Yep. Like even when they, announced like Breath of the Wild, they had like some stuff to show back when that game was, only on the Wii U.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff. I remember that they originally were going to make that work with the gamepad. Actually,
yeah, I a part of me wishes there was a version that you could get that works with the gamepad because I love the Wii U.
Yeah, and I was like so disappointed in that when I did it, and then I got the Switch. I was like, you know what? Since it doesn't have the gamepads thing, it doesn't make it like a unique experience. So I sold all the Wii U stuff, and like most of the Wii U games I like are actually on the Switch.
Yeah, and I just didn't buy the Switch because I played all those games.
Yeah.
But eventually I'll buy one. But anyway.
I mean, come on. Pokken Tournament. You get to play Scizor, my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's what drew me to buy it again.
But anyway, Metroid Prime 4, moving development. I mean, realistically, that means we're not getting this game until 2021, 2022. Do you think the Switch will still be around in 2022?
I think so. It'll probably be like a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild situation where people are waiting for this, and it'll be the first non-Legend of Zelda game to be on 2 different platforms.
Maybe, or unless they make like something to like the Switch booster or something. But
I could see that with the docking bay.
I can see it, but I don't see a company like press and go on like some sort of expansion thing like Sega did back in the day,
Yeah, that's true.
But it is interesting. Retro Studios is making this. They made the originals. There's rumors that they're making some sort of Star Fox game.
Star Fox Grand Prix.
I'm secretly hoping it's Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze or Donkey Kong Returns #3. Yeah. I seriously don't think it is going to be that, but I would love those games to get like at least a trilogy. Yeah.
The Retro Studios trilogy, because that sounds too stupid to say, because there's the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, on the NES. And that's called the Retro trilogy right there. And people get too confused.
Well, the Rare trilogy on the Super Nintendo.
No, much better. The Rare trilogy.
Yeah, but then, because I like the Return games. In fact, like, my friend hates when I say it, but I like Returns better than the originals. I think they're better.
A lot of people agree. Like, I can't remember, a certain YouTuber said it, that I can't remember which YouTuber it was, but he said, I like this game a lot. Oh no, it was Art. It was the puppet YouTuber Arnold. He was saying like he loves this game more than the Rare games.
Puppet YouTubers. You know, there's an interesting puppet YouTuber that I stumbled upon. I can't remember his name. It's like Bolshegov's Battleground, and there's this puppet general that talks about like theoretical battles in different countries and stuff. But we're going off on a tangent now.
Yeah, let's get back to the focus. But the point is, a puppet agrees with your opinion.
That's great. They prefer to be called fabricated Americans, Kyle. But anyway, let's move along here. Dragon Ball FighterZ, the game that we keep talking about, is getting season 2.
Yep.
Jiren and Videl, I think, are out tomorrow.
They are going to be out tomorrow.
Which, man, I wish I had more time. I'm like, I gotta play Kingdom Hearts 3, but Jiren, man, I gotta try Jiren out, you know?
Yeah, Jiren should be in there. I said, like, when we first were talking about like a potential for season 3, I said Jiren has to be in there, and a lot of people looked at, and a couple of people I talked about, they're like, oh no, he will not be in there. I'm like, he has to be in there.
I think they should have just added all Tournament of Power people to season 2. I mean, I'm happy about Videl getting in there and Gogeta and Brawly, like movie versions, but like I would have been perfectly satisfied if they were like Jiren, Topo, Ribrianne, Khalifa, Kale, Kaba, and maybe the fusion Kefla.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I kind of agree with that one. I mean, like there's like so much, but I mean, if they're gonna do like a DLC like this, like I would like, because the movies came out, I would still include Broly and and Gogeta, just because they're fresh in people's minds right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 more slots for the DLC. I think it's 6, right? Or are they doing 8?
6. They're doing 6.
Okay, so 2 more slots. Maybe we'll get something interesting. Like it would be cool if they were like Topo and Ribrianne.
Yep.
Or Kale and Khalifa. That would be cool too.
We need more female fighters in that.
Yeah, definitely.
A little more diversity doesn't hurt anyone.
I mean, I would love if Master Roshi was in there. That would be pretty cool.
That would be actually amazing, because he's actually stronger than TN, believe it or not.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, moving on with the Dragon Ball Z stuff, we got a trailer for Project Z.
Oh
which
God!
Is pretty much it's Legacy.
It's a remake. No, it's a remake of Legacy of Goku. Okay, they took the original GBA cartridge and remade it from the ground up.
I mean, do you think it's gonna stop at Frieza?
If there's a Cyber Connect 2 and they want to do the whole thing, they're gonna stop at Frieza.
You think they're gonna realistically do like a episodic series of games like they did with Dot Hack or Dragon Ball? I
think so, because I was watching the trailers and I'm just like, I got this weird feeling they're gonna stop at Frieza.
I feel weird about them stopping at Frieza though, because it's like I did this when I was a kid. Like I played Legacy of Goku. I played Legacy of Goku 2, and then I played Boo's Fury.
Yeah. Also, that game's being developed on the Unreal Engine, so it looks like Dragon Quest XI, Chris. So,
I mean, it doesn't look as good as Dragon Quest XI, but it looks fine.
No, I'm saying it looks like the style of Dragon Quest XI a little bit.
I mean, let's face it, every game is developed on Unreal now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Epic Games.
Yeah.
And this is Epic Games. Being strippers on a pole right now, just being like, we're making the money. And the boss in the back have a money pool right now. I mean, think about it. With Unreal Engine and Fortnite, they're making tons of money.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And that should segue into something else, I think.
All right, Kyle, you want to take it away?
Well, Metro Last Exodus, sorry if I butcher it, but now that's going to officially be exclusively for 1 year on Epic Game Stores.
I don't PC game at all, so I'm 100% console. Never PC gamed, but I same
here. Doesn't mean I dabble around with PC games once in a while.
I mean, If I had the means to, I would definitely check it out more often. I know about Steam. I know there's a lot of garbage on Steam, so
oh yeah, there's so much garbage.
hopefully this Epic game store will be actually curated, where they're not going to let, like, you know, like, what was that one game everybody was making fun of a couple years ago, like Slaughtering Grounds or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, hopefully they don't let, like, stuff like that happen on their store.
Yeah, but I understand why they're doing it, and this makes sense to them. They'll get more money and profit out of it. And what they did out of the Epic deal is now that it's going to be $10 cheaper on there, but they're still going to honor the Steam pre-orders on there. And
Yeah.
Steam was very mad about it.
Well, they actually had to make a public statement. I mean, it's rare for Valve to really say anything. They kind of just sit back and collect money now. I mean, they used to make games.
Yeah, they're just afraid of the number 3. That's their problem.
That's the joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Like, literally, they never gone past 2.
I've never played Half-Life. I don't know if it's as amazing as everybody, said it was. I'm sure there are games that have come out since Half-Life that have surpassed it, but
the best way to describe Half-Life to somebody, it's a sinking man first-person shooter because it has puzzles, it has a little bit of everything.
I have played Portal. Portal was pretty fun.
Yep, and they still haven't made a Portal 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Epic, like, the good thing about, like, having other launchers, the bad thing is not everything's in one space. That's why everyone loves Steam. But then here's the problem. Epic's just sitting on their ass right now, and the only thing they did was make a digital card game that has pretty not so much microtransactions, but you also have to pay for it to get in there. So, but I'm not going to talk much about it. But the point is, it's like someone made a point, like saying, listen, if you guys don't innovate or at least do something that will entice people, maybe a Half-Life 3. Finally get on that 3 fear away.
Well, Kyle, you said the magic word, microtransactions, so that leads us to talking about EA and Anthem.
Listen, they're called EA games. It's in the game.
Well, EA finally caved in, and they are no longer going to sell microtransactions in FIFA in Belgium.
Don't you mean gambling boxes?
Right. That's exactly what they are. I mean, it's ridiculous when you are playing a game and it's like, I want that thing. It's like, oh yeah, well, you can buy a box and you'll get a chance to get the thing you want. And it's like, just give me the thing. Or actually let me do something in the game to get it. But
yeah,
I understand with the sports games, those boxes, you actually need to buy them in order to get better players for your team.
Oh yeah, and they've said, and they're very transparent, saying, "Well, you can still earn it through gameplay." Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
the grind is hard.
That sucks because I would love to play a new sports game, but it just seems like it's no point because you have to play it online, and then you'll always get your ass kicked unless you're gonna actually put money into the games.
And don't forget EA. And don't forget EA owns exclusive rights to almost every sports franchise. The NFL, the exclusive nights.
Dumb, yeah.
And that's the problem. They don't innovate anymore. This is what they do: upgrade the graphics. And we were talking about one of my coworkers is I was talking to one of my coworkers about it, and he's just like, "Well, they had to upgrade the graphics. You could patch that stuff in." Believe it or not,
I would love somebody to make a new football game that's a little more arcadey instead of simulator,
Yeah, and I had to defend on that part. I said Warframe does it, and he goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, the game does not. It looks 10 times better than it was a couple years back when it first launched on the PlayStation when it first launched."
Yeah.
So, it's just funny how people say they can't do it. I can understand with Call of Duty more because it has different themes.
Yeah. Well, continuing with EA, they released a demo of Anthem that is kind of buggy, but here's the thing with my thoughts with Anthem. Anthem looks like an awesome game that I would love. Yeah. You have mech suits, and I love robots. However,
You also
This
like to
game
be Iron
is
Man.
being made by EA, and I will never buy it just because I know I will be dicked over if I buy this game.
Oh yeah, same with me. And I used to love BioWare until like EA decided, and this is not the same BioWare that made the like Anthem. Like they literally destroyed BioWare's name by letting a person that's a supporting developer, section of BioWare develop a game and not actually let it nurture over time.
Yeah.
Like it's called, and apparently Anthem's been in development for 7 years now.
I mean, Anthem looks really cool, and I'm sure a lot of people will play it. And like, it just stinks because it's, the loot box thing is like one thing.
That game was originally going to be around loot boxes, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, like they have like their in-game store that they showed some pictures of with like price adjustments and whatever. And these type of games, like they don't have single player anymore. I'm kind of exclusively single player for the most part.
Yeah.
So that's probably the real reason why I would never play it. But the other reason is Electronic Arts, like they've really made a lot of weird decisions when it comes to their games.
Listen,
and their games should be free if they're going to charge them like this.
Yeah, they should be. Like, also, EA does a lot of research and knowing what makes a lot of money. We all know single-player games are dead. Okay? Nothing made awards last year that were single-player games. All right, last year. I mean, you didn't see a game that was a single-player game that made, like, the game of the year. Ding, 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 ding. I can see it. If we had chat right now, I see them all like, just like, how dare, I can see them listing off everything right now and be like, yeah, the chat knows what's up.
I mean, yeah, it's just such a weird company and it sucks.
Right now, they're out of touch.
It sucks because I think Anthem looks really cool. Like you can fly and like, it's got that Destiny thing where like you shoot enemies and you see like HP, like, and whatever. But
here's what EA's problem is, and I don't remember who said it, but I think it was Spawnwave who said this. But you need your single player games to complement your multiplayer only games, so you still get some revenue and be like, oh, you're a good company, you make good games. But if you constantly put live services with ridiculous microtransactions, like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, if Anthem had a single player mode, I would maybe even buy it just to see what it's like. But
speaking of EA, did you hear with the loot box controversy? They said this. We are now talking to Belgium, and they said their interpretation of the law.
Yeah.
And what's even funnier? Another company actually said that.
Was it Take-Two?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, those companies, at the end of the day, though, as much as like everybody on YouTube that complains about loot boxes, they're still making a ton of money off of them because, younger kids growing up with games, they're just like, well, these are how games are. And it's like, it sucks. But
I know. Good thing my little brother hasn't gotten that. Like, he plays the Star Wars game, and I asked him, did you spend any money on it? He's like, no. I'm like, good boy. Because, like, I told him this, like, if it's free and you enjoy it, that's fine. But if it has microtransactions, if it has microtransaction loot boxes, like, don't go for it. You're gonna get sucked into a gambling addiction.
I mean, I have a feeling in the future, a lot of these games will be free to play to a certain extent because I think a lot of game systems eventually will be like, they'll be like Netflix for video games.
Oh yeah,
you won't have a disc. It will be streaming online, and there will be a good chunk of games that will have these recurring. Oh my god! Did my stupid? God damn it! Why does this always happen? Kyle, talk. Say something. Okay, sorry about that.
Did you just chuck your phone?
Yeah, I did. It's fine. The couch is behind me. But anyway.
Awkward moment today, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
You're listening to this.
Right, video games,
Yes.
streaming,
Yeah.
future,
Yeah.
recurring revenue. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I care about my little brother. He's going to be 10 this year. I'm going to be 30, and I know there's a big age gap. But the good thing is I can show him like games that you can have fun with without showing microtransactions. And if we show people that games can be fun without, saying, "Hey, gouge your money," besides like DLC, I think it would be fine.
Yeah. I think single player games will always exist.
I think there's always a demand for it. I mean, this year at the Game Awards, look at most of the games that came out that got a lot of rewards.
Yeah, and when it comes to games that have recruiting these loot box stuff in it, I think eventually they will be free to play, or free to start, and then you'll
like Warframe.
Yeah, like Warframe.
Third episode on the road. Ding ding.
Your favorite game.
No, it's a good game, and like anybody who played it will tell you, yes, there's microtransactions. It's there, so if you want to support them, everything you can get in the game, you can get in game. It's just funny. Trust me, I had a conversation about my friend about it, and I told him, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah," but if the game is free, and I gave a few bucks to them because, one, they were doing a sale. Two, I really wanted to give some money, and it just happened when they were doing the sale.
Yeah.
So I felt good both ways.
Speaking of digital-only games, the death of GameStop is continuing to happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because GameStop said we don't need to be sold. We're gonna restructure ourselves.
Yeah. Apparently, they were going to be bought by one or two other companies, and now they're saying we don't need to be bought by a company. GameStop has changed a lot, especially in the last 3 years.
Oh yeah.
They sell a lot of toys now.
Yeah.
Which I've heard mixed things about, that them selling the collectibles has actually helped them out a lot. They definitely need to think of a way to survive, but I mean, I think the biggest issue with GameStop is they have way too many stores.
Yeah, it's like Starbucks with them. They think they need a GameStop at every corner.
In our town, well, your town, my hometown,
yep,
there's at least two.
They used to be
next
two.
to each other.
Yeah. And that, believe it or not, that was actually the one was EB Games, and then GameStop went, "We're gonna buy EB Games out."
I mean, in our mall, there used to be like 3.
Yeah, now it went down to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually, yeah, you're right, 3. And
yeah, there were 3 at one time.
If I remember correctly, FYE used to sell used games too.
Yeah,
so that was a different
company though. But
still,
GameStop, GameStop owned all 3 of these stores, and eventually 2 of them just became GameStop, even though they started off as different stores.
It's hilarious. It's funny. I actually still remember the names of those 2 stores before GameStop went.
All 3 of them weren't GameStop.
Yeah,
all 3 of them were. It was Planet X, Babbage's, and FuncoLand.
Yep.
But then, GameStop bought Planet X.
Yep.
They bought FuncoLand, and they bought Babbage's. And all 3 of those locations, at least briefly, when we were in high school, operated as GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember. I actually remember going to Planet X a couple times before they bought them out.
Yeah.
It's GameStop's fault that there's no competition anymore because they monopolized the used game market.
And now they're struggling to stay around.
Stay relevant. I mean, I get why they're trying to sell the merch, but the problem is there's way too much of it.
Well, the store is not set up in a way where it's not easy to shop in there.
Yeah.
You always feel like you're standing on top of people. Like, when it's crowded in there, I don't even want to walk in. Yeah. There's no room to walk around. They've got crap everywhere. The store doesn't look nice to go in anymore. The employees are gonna hound you to pre-order or something.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there and pick up a thing. You're gonna be harassed.
Yeah. I mean, I've been hearing that they're stopping doing that. Actually, the employees stopping asking for pre-orders and howling you down so much.
That's good because
Also in the GameStop, I forgot to tell you this. GameStop also canceled a lot of the Kingdom Hearts special editions.
I heard. I didn't even know there was a special edition PS4 Pro for Kingdom Hearts until this debacle.
Yeah, the guy Kevin I showed you on YouTube actually unboxed it, and
No.
it was really nice. Like it looked the top looked very leathery, but it's clearly plastic.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? Yeah, and remember that gloss that you liked on your PlayStation, the blue PlayStation controller we got?
Yeah.
They actually have that same gloss on the Kingdom Hearts controller.
Wow, that's nice. I mean, I wish you could get just the Kingdom Hearts controller. That would be
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I would. No, it looks amazing. Like it has like the logo on the touchpad and everything. I would totally just get that.
Yeah. But
yeah, and one guy actually traded in his PlayStation and said and actually got his pre-order canceled and he was one of the first people to pre-order it within 20 minutes. And GameStop said, "Oh, we pre-ordered too many. We didn't realize that. How could you not realize how many you could pre-order?"
I don't know. It's so weird.
And one of the voice actors that did Breath of the Wild apparently howled him down, saying, "This is your fault. You realize that this is what happens when you howl down people for pre-orders a lot."
Yeah, they took too many orders and couldn't accommodate the orders for special PS4 Pro.
Yep.
Man, I mean, stuff like that just, I mean, the past couple games, like I haven't pre-ordered at GameStop since the last game I pre-ordered at GameStop was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And
I don't even remember.
I got the Super Edition. I'm going to pick it up, right? This is I got the controller too. So this is a $160 transaction. And the guy there was still trying to get me to open up their stupid elite card. I had the regular card. And the dude asked me no less than 4 times if I wanted to open the elite card. And I finally was
Pro card, right?
Yeah. And I was like, finally like, dude, just give me my game. Like, I don't think I'll shop here anymore because you're like a weird toy store now. Yeah. And that was like really my last time at GameStop pre-ordering anything. Just because it's like I was already spending so much money that day. Like, and they just kept asking me about their stupid card. And I'm like, dude, I already have your card. Yeah, but you don't have our upgraded card. I'm like,
that's just continued, I think, now too.
Really? They don't have the upgraded card anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, they still have it just in case people who are grandfathered in for the year. So it's promotion stuff. But GameStop, like I even think that card is stupid myself. The $30 card. Oh, will give me 10% off new games? No, it'll give you 20% more on new used games. I get that they're bread and butter, but still, it's like I really like. That's why I went to Best Buy, because Best Buy never held me down. Secondly, I never felt pressured to buy anything. And I'm also still grandfathered in at Best Buy, even though we don't have it in our town anymore. I pre-ordered and I got Kingdom Hearts 3 from UPS today and got it for $45 plus a $10 gift certificate so I could go buy anything at Best Buy from their website. I pretty much got that game for $35.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore, Kyle.
Yeah, no, that's why I was grandfathered in.
Yeah, but they were losing money on that deal. Like, they were losing a lot of money.
That deal was better than GameStop, though. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Usually, if I did go into GameStop, though, chances are I was going to pick up like a used game. Like
plus, like technically, if you think about it, $30 is like paying 2 years is almost paying the Power Up Reward card for twice for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, the Power Up Reward card never really made that much of a difference, even for used games, because I've bought my fair share of used games from GameStop, and when they probably still do it, but they don't have as much, the the few times I've been in there, but you know, they used to have that deal where it was like buy two get one free, and I took advantage of that quite a few times. You know,
Yeah.
like I probably filled out like most of my PS3 library by doing that. I have like a stack of PS3 games that I've never even played just because I got them so cheap at GameStop.
Remember when they were clearing out everybody for when they were trying to clear out all the PS2 games?
That was crazy. Yeah, they were just selling loose discs for like 25 cents each. That was so weird.
I couldn't believe the rarities of stuff I found in there, though.
Yeah, but they had no boxes, no manuals.
Yeah.
They were just loose. But
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
still.
that was cool. Like GameStop used to be a cool store, but
Yeah,
it's not that anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And it
yeah.
hasn't been that in a long time. It's at least been like 4 or 5 years since, like, you know, I could honestly say, like, I like GameStop. GameStop's like a cool store, but
Yeah. Hell, if one of us, I remember I tried to work there, but now after hearing all the GameStop stories, I don't want to literally work there.
yeah, I feel, I mean, depending, maybe they could turn it around, but I really think like GameStop's not going to be around for like another like 10 years. Like,
And don't forget, they still don't have a CEO to replace their current CEO, who's just taking the seat right now.
wow.
Yeah. Think about that. A whole year of absence. And the guy before only was on the seat for like 3 months and said, I'm leaving due to personal reasons.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess we'll move on to some more fun topics now.
We went to a tangent there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Moving along, gentlemen.
What do you think of toy movies like the Lego movie? Do you like them?
I think it's more like when I see them, I just go, can this make money? And I don't judge a movie. I like after a trailer, I'm like, I'll give it a watch. Like the Lego movie was fun.
I like the Lego movie a lot. I like the Lego Batman movie a lot. However, there are quite a few of these movies coming out now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
some that are rumored in development. So one of them definitely coming out, which blew your mind, was Playmobil.
Yes, and I actually went a little more dig into that movie a little bit, believe it or not. So apparently that movie is coming out here in America in August. I found out one of the actresses is actually in Glass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was the one. She was in Split. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that girl. And that's coming out in August. So it's being dumped in an area where there's not many movie competitions over there.
So you'll be there day one.
Probably.
With your Playmobil life shirt.
You know, it's actually funny. The cast is pretty good, actually. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe, a.k.a. Harry Potter, is actually going to be in the movie as Deck Dasher, secret agent. I'm just like, okay, this sounds a little funny now.
I never played with Playmobil.
Me neither. I remember playing them when I was a preschooler, but not like owning them.
Yeah, I played with Legos a lot, though. But here's some other ones coming out.
Oh, one more thing before we go there. You want to hear something even funnier, though? I found out that the company that made that movie went out of business and sold the rights to Sony Animated Pictures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Sony's like, well, we got a Lego movie, guys. We did it only cost us a few bucks to make it.
Pretty much. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
But here's some other ones that are happening and maybe not happening. One that's definitely happening is Hot Wheels, the movie.
You know, it's funny. I'm not surprised by that.
Hot Wheels is pretty cool.
One we have. Have you watched have you seen the movie specials they made and television shows?
I remember watching that show. That was Hot Wheels NASCAR Racers.
Oh God.
Yeah, where the cars like had like powers, like they would have like guns or they can like fly and stuff. Like I used to like that show a lot.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not impossible. We'll see. We'll have Vin Diesel in it though.
But I remember playing with Hot Wheels, mainly taking the tracks apart and fighting each other with swords when I was a kid, like me and my friend with the tracks.
So you're pretty much doing the Hornet Bee from Viper Snyder's from the Sega Genesis.
I guess.
Seriously, I'm not kidding. They had that thing, like the NASCAR racer on its like leg. It starts like using its tires as boxing gloves. Pepsi Man's also a playable fighter in that game.
Nice.
I should have bought that game.
What I mean is we would take the tracks, like, you know, the orange track, and we'd make
Yes.
swords out of the track and then hit each
Oh.
other with the tracks.
Who doesn't remember doing that?
But and then the other toy movie that is only rumored, but I can see this one happening just because everybody I know has these Funko Pops.
I mean, look at the. I mean, I might know what you're talking about. I mean, look at this.
Look at you with your Funko Pops.
I only collect the ones I like, not the ones like, oh, I want to get this because it's valuable. I mean,
Yeah, is it just going to be about like a wall of Funko Pops at like Hot Topic about like why they can't be bought? Because like it's like the ones like on the bottom that nobody wants.
I was at, believe it or not, there's this one I should have gotten because it was probably gonna be worth money later, but I wanted it because it was cool. Remember Lord Dracu, the evil Tommy from the Power Rangers comic?
Right.
They had him as a Funko Pop, and he looked amazing. I wanted to get him so badly, but I was like, no, save your money.
I don't own any Funko Pops, but I have purchased Funko Pops for other people.
Yeah.
Like I got my sister Bob Ross Funko Pop.
You know, it's funny. I actually made Bob Ross into a Mii fighter.
Nice.
Yeah, I should make him into that sooner or later, and have him have paint and everything.
People love them. I could see them making the Funko Pop movie.
I mean, there'll be a lot of like licensing issues, but I think Funko Pop has more than enough money to.
Well, I mean, it's Warner Brothers Animation that would possibly be making this. I mean, they were able to get a lot of licenses for the Lego movie. Yeah. I would assume they could do the same thing for a Funko Pop movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But speaking of Warner Brothers Animation, now this is a brand new rumor that just came out today. They're apparently thinking about making a Batman Beyond animated movie. Kind of in the vein of Spider-Verse.
I would throw my money at that at all times.
This is something I definitely would love to see if they do this.
I mean, like, here's the best way to say it. Remember, this is how I would pitch it to you. Remember the opening for Batman Beyond?
Yeah.
Think of that, except as a movie.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, Batman Beyond is kind of awesome. And I would love to see like a new Batman Beyond anything, really. I
mean, you want to hear something funny that Kevin Smith said?
What's that?
He said, I can't believe Warner Brothers hasn't done a Batman Beyond movie. Look how old Michael Keaton is. It is the perfect time to do it.
Dude, if they do it animated, could you imagine if they got Michael Keaton to play old Batman? That would blow people's minds.
They would just be like, throw my fucking money because he recently came back because of Birdman.
Yeah, I mean, if they get him to just voice old Batman, people would lose their shit. Like,
or even live action.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, from what this article I read said, this is definitely going to be animated, not live action.
Yeah.
They're like thinking more like Into the Spider-Verse with this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that because Into the Spider-Verse was such an amazing movie.
Yeah, it's
like I'm one
awesome.
of the advocates that was like, I could see this spinning off into a like Spider-Verse anthology movie or like, its own little thing.
Yeah,
it had more potential than like how I know you hate me for this, like because I'm one of those people. Than the Venomverse.
Venom is a great movie. Okay.
I just don't see the expansion for Venom. The Kickstarter universe.
Venom #2, sponsored by Tostino Pizza Rolls and Hershey Kisses, would be amazing. Okay.
Don't forget, and also they probably might be putting Spider-Man in that movie. That's like another rumor, and I'm just like, hey, Sony, are you making a third Spider-Man movie with Marvel, or are you not? Because Tom Holland has a big mouth.
Maybe I have a bias towards Venom. After all, I have bought every Marvel Legends symbiote.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not gonna tell everybody like, if you like Venom, you're gonna like this movie, but you could totally tell that movie was meant to be rated R.
I don't know about that, but Spider-Verse is definitely better.
Oh no, I 100% agree because I was enjoying every little snippet. Like Peter Parker felt like Peter Parker. Miles felt like Miles. Gwen Stacy was kind of different because that's Gwen Stacy from another
But
universe.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, which
I
I
like
haven't
all the
read. So
different animation styles for the different universes too. That was really cool.
yeah, Penny Parker, she's got to get her own movie.
I mean, we'll see what happens with
I mean, Abby.
Spider-Verse.
I mean, Avi Arad definitely wants Spider-Ham to have his own movie because his response is, out of all the people that want a movie, which one would you like more? And his response is, and I'm not kidding from you, executive producer at Sony who works on Spider-Man movies, we want Piggy.
Spider-Ham? Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, are you 8?
You know, that guy's been involved with Spider-Man since like the animated series in 1994.
Yeah, he was also the one that suggested Venom should be in Spider-Man 3 too, which
Yeah.
he's on the right track for, but he did it at the last minute. It was like a last
Yeah.
minute thing, and he should have not done that. He should have just said save. He should have saved it for Spider-Man 4,
Yeah,
or
plus
at
the
least
filmmaker didn't really know anything about Venom. He was mainly like, you know, doing Spider-Man from when he read it, where
yeah,
Venom wasn't a thing until like the 80s. So
yeah. And I respected a director that will relies on his strengths, and plus, like if he doesn't know much about Venom, like because if it's gonna be like the 4th movie, they should have just like had him go like, hey, we have a guy researching Venom. Do you want him to help you out or anything? Because that would help,
yeah.
But like I said, he relied on what his strengths were, which was focusing on Harry Osborn and the Sandman, and that whole struggle right there
Well,
between
we
Spider-Man.
ruined our perfect segue to go into DC Universe by talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we
So
did.
we'll just
Let's go
talk
in.
about DC Universe. Now, we both have it now. You were there
Yep.
on day 1 for it.
Yeah, well, I pre-ordered it because 1, Young Justice, 2, Titans looks good, and some of the other shows sound really interesting. Plus, they gave you 3 months for free if you pre-order it, so that didn't sound like a bad deal.
I didn't get it until Young Justice came out.
Yeah.
And then I heard how good Young Justice Season 3 was, and I needed to get it.
Yeah, you were like peer pressure. You're like, God damn the peer pressure.
But I guess we'll like review kind of loosely like the 3 kind of like newest things on there.
Yep.
I guess starting with like I've seen Titans now. You've seen it.
Yep. Well, of course, I watched it when it first came out.
Yeah, I watched it. You know,
You
a
watched
couple
it with
weeks
me.
ago. But
you watched the first episode with me, and I remember
true.
your reaction.
Yeah, it is a violent interpretation of the Teen Titans.
Yep.
However, I still think it is the Teen Titans, like at its core.
And anybody who read DC Comics who said, "Oh, that's not the Titans I grew up with," can I ask you a question? I get you like Teen Titans. I get it. You love your animated series.
It's definitely not the cartoon. If
have you
that's
read
what
the
people are
comics?
comparing it to.
Yeah, but have you read? And I tell them, "Have you read the comics?" No, then shut up.
Yeah.
Know the source material. That's all I'm going to tell them.
I like the live action show. It's pretty good.
No, I do too.
The guy, all 4 of the main characters are really good. The guy who plays Robin, pretty good. Like, especially like, you know, the Batman thing. It's kind of like a little edgelordy, but that guy quickly redeems himself, especially like when like Starfire steals his car and he's just like, "Hey, you stole my car. I like my car." That's such a good line. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a good show. Like, I love when you see Beast Boy like finally get like an episode for him, even though the episode is the Doom Patrol episode, which is going to be a spin-off that's happening in a few weeks from now, which is going to be February 15th.
Right.
He's a total gaming dude, and my favorite thing when I see him is like nothing screams gamer like Razer headsets because he's a gamer. I'm just like, it's hilarious. Like, he's being a stereotype, but he's not like the Beast Boy from Teen Titans or the actor who plays him from the Teen Titans show, but he's a different interpretation. He's lighthearted. He has problems like everybody else.
He's not like Teen Titans Go Beast Boy that's always like saying, "I's got this, yo," or whatever, the way he talks now.
Yeah.
I was like, did he always talk like that in the regular show? I don't remember.
No, he never did.
Yeah.
He
But
never did.
Starfire, pretty cool in this show too. Like,
Yeah, but I
pretty,
liked how they changed her a little bit. Not like her being, being, her appearance. I talked about her powers. Like she's only powerful during daylight, which makes kind of sense in a way because they want to make sure that other teams don't get overshadowed by her, dynamically.
plus compared to the cartoon, her powers are like straight up like fire. She's like incinerating people.
Oh yeah. Well, nothing says incineration like she destroyed the atomic dad.
Yeah. But and then like Raven is like a little kid in this show. Like
she's a lot different.
Yeah, like her powers like are kind of like just being awakened.
Yeah, and they're based on emotion too.
Yeah. I would say my only complaint about this show was like the finale was kind of like weird because I was like kind of like, oh, you're gonna like end this with like a cliffhanger? Because like I don't want to like spoil anything, but I was just like,
oh yeah, no,
like disappointed by the finale.
Same here. I was really looking forward to it. Then I saw the finale. I was like, are you kidding me? Where's more 2 hour finale? And then I went to research and I found out they had to cut the 2 hour finale because they felt like it went full circle with Robin and Raven at this point. I'm like, this looked like it was supposed to be a part one to a 2-part finale.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they should have reshot that to make it feel a little better, but they were
just stuck with their original idea.
Yeah, like there's even some behind the scene footage of Raven and Starfire in their new outfits apparently during that season finale, and we never got to see it.
Oh man!
Like there's actually some if you watch DC Daily on DC Universe, they actually show that stuff off.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll have to definitely check that out because I'm still excited to see where Titans goes. I know it is coming back later this year.
Speaking of Titans, they just showed off Donna Troy's actual costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's gonna have it's like a merger between like her Wonder Girl outfit and her black suit she had. So the costume's all red. There's like stars all on the side. It's leather too. So I was like, yep, makes sense. I mean, leather stop bullets all the time.
Yeah, but Titans, pretty good. I wouldn't get this streaming service just for Titans, to be perfectly honest, but it was a nice little bonus for, actually getting it for Young Justice. And
yep,
we've talked about Young Justice before the finale finally happened.
Yes.
Mid-season finale. I was like,
we're gonna spoil everything. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, we probably will. So
yeah.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but Young Justice is awesome. It was like one of the greatest like cartoons on Cartoon Network.
The best way to sum this up, it's business as usual.
Yeah, except now they seem to like be able to like do whatever they want because
you're on the internet.
You get Cyborg's origin, and it is so hardcore. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Like I said, this is the best way I say. You're on the internet, you can get away with anything you want. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like they've definitely not shied away from showing like blood and violence.
Yeah. Remember how many times Halo died?
Yeah.
Ding, ding. Every week she had to die.
They have shown a good amount of gore in the show, which I was pretty surprised about.
Not dead.
I mean, they haven't shown any like sex stuff yet, but like just like Cyborg alone.
Well, we got a little hint. We got a little hint of that with Superboy and Miss Martian when she said, "There's nothing. I'm in here with nothing but my ring on."
Yeah, well, they've implied that, but it's not like you've seen anything like when like a Cyborg is literally like half his face is ripped off and you can see his heart beating in his chest, and you're like, skull. Oh, yeah,
like. The heart in the pet. I was like, when I saw his skull, I was like, ah.
Yeah.
They did change his origin a little bit, though.
Yeah, he has a father box inside of him now, not a mother box.
And I'm perfectly fine with that because it's a box.
Now, are father boxes a thing in the comics? Because I thought they were mother boxes.
I don't think so. We should really research that because I only know about mother boxes.
Yeah, because I know, at least in the continuity of Young Justice, there's there's mother boxes that are from New Genesis and father boxes that are from Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And, you know, they've explained them in the show. So, like, in the show's continuity, it makes sense. Like, father boxes are Apocalypse tech.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Cyborg is pretty different. I know that split personality thing, that's, like, a thing in the New 52 with him, right?
A little bit, but they kind of try to control. They kind of understand with each other. In this one, by the end, they kind of shut it off.
Right, yeah. Because he has, like, an evil side, which is, like, the father box.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if that evil side becomes Grid.
yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
I mean, that's like the only bad guy Cyborg actually has.
Yeah.
And he's from an alternate universe, which is, you know.
I mean, almost every single DC character has been in this show in some way, except for Starfire and Raven.
Yeah, we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe next season.
Even got a Young Justice version of Bluebird. That was like super obscure. I was like, what? Really?
Don't forget, they have Batwoman in there. She only appeared once.
Right. And we had Spoiler. And
yep. I mean, this is the first time we actually seen Spoiler in anything.
Yeah, we haven't had there hasn't been that other Batgirl, I think it's Cassandra Cain Batgirl. We haven't seen her.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. Yeah, because we already have Stephanie Brown.
Yeah.
Which is Spoiler. Which wouldn't surprise me if she becomes the new Batgirl if they really want to.
Maybe. It's definitely.
Oh no, she is. Oh no, she is.
Oh.
The other Batgirl. She's Orphan.
Right.
Because in the New 52, they changed her origin story in Batman Eternal. I think it's Batman Eternal. No, it's Batman and Robin Eternal. They gave her a new origin story, so she is in there. She's just Orphan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yes. Take it from the resident Batman nerd.
But yeah, like almost everybody is in Young Justice. It's crazy too because there's some like little Easter eggs that like could just be nothing, but like there was one that I saw that I was kind of like wondering, like, are they gonna do this? Because you see Hal Jordan in season 3, except he looks totally different. He's got like the gray hair now, and I'm like, are they gonna do Parallax?
Maybe.
Like that would be cool.
I know you love Parallax.
I do. I think it's awesome when he becomes a bad guy, but a lot of people hate it.
Yeah. I mean, here's a lot of things that are like little things that people don't like pick up on. Like I had a friend that picked up on it. I didn't even pick it up. I said, you know who that guy is that said, oh, you're remembering? He's like, who is that? That's Jason Todd. What? It's like, and I asked him, do you know who that baby is? He's like, that's Damian Wayne. No.
We even got Jonathan Kent too as a baby.
And you know what I had to tell him? Listen, okay, if Talia is holding a baby, who do you think it's gonna be? A, Superman's baby, or B, Batman's baby? I will always say Batman's baby because I'm like I said, resident Batman nerd here.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if we get a time skip though.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonathan Kent. Come on, Super Sons.
Young Justice is pretty liberal with time skips. I mean, there's like a 5-year time skip between season 1 and 2.
And this is a 2-year time skip, I think.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how long it actually sticks around this time. Hopefully, you know, they'll get like another like 50 episodes or so. That would be pretty cool.
Oh, speaking of Super Sons, guess what? I also on DC Universe says this is a good way of segueing into this. Not the first one, not the last one we're talking about, but I figure we should mention this. But you can actually read Super Sons on DC Universe now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can read comics and everything. That's the one thing people don't realize about it. It's not just DC content to watch. You can read it.
Yeah.
Hell, I read Titans of Tomorrow on my giant 43-inch 4K TV. And it was amazing.
Yeah, and I've read what did I read? I think I read Young Justice on my 55-inch TV. It's 10 inches bigger. I win. Nah. Just kidding.
Yeah. But
But
the point is, it's like you could read it on your TV,
yeah.
like no matter how big it is. But yeah, you could actually also, there's an interlude comic between Young Justice season 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, I haven't checked it out though.
I read them both so far. It just involves like, it's just something small, but it involves Superboy, Miss Martian, and Beast Boy. Pretty much going with Beast Boy, Miss Martian's like origin of Hello Megan.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It was
they covered that in the show though.
Yeah, they do.
But
Speaking of Young Justice, I forgot to tell you. So, Doom Patrol Go.
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
You do not know how much of an aneurysm that gave me, because the voice actors from Titans Go, also the original Teen Titans, just so we're not being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just hearing them, their voices, and hearing Robot Man going, "Booyah, booyah!" I was just like, you got to be.
Now, Beast Boy and Young Justice, I think that
It's
is
the same actor.
Yeah,
it
that
is.
guy is just like the voice of Beast Boy and everything.
There's also Young Justice behind the scene with the voice, and they actually showed us. So I was like, oh, it is him. And
I don't think he was the original voice, though.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
They asked him to come back, and they said, "Oh, you want me to be Beast Boy? Well, what do you want me to do? Just be you. Just be me. I mean, just be myself.
Well,
be
yeah,
all chilled out.
Definitely like a more like serious version of Beast Boy in Young Justice.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you could tell he went for all the voices and everything.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, exercise your acting chops, okay?
I mean, the main reason I like DC Universe is because of the animation stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And especially that we got the brand new DC animated movie on.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they come out, they're on, DC Universe. And, a lot of times I want to see the movies, but I don't always want to buy them. I mean, Reign of Superman was one I definitely was going to buy. Yep. But, the next couple, probably Justice League Fatal 5, I'll definitely buy.
Oh, no, that's a definite buy, because after seeing the animation style, I was like, oh, that brings me back.
But Batman Hush, I'll probably watch it. I don't know if I'll buy it. I'd like to see it first. The new Wonder Woman one. I definitely want to see it, but I don't know if I would necessarily buy it.
The only reason they're making an animated Wonder Woman movie is because the Wonder Woman movie actually did very well, and she's popular again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing, because Warner Brothers always been depending on Batman and Superman for so long. You could definitely tell. You could definitely tell that they always depended on the Justice League and Batman and the animated movies with their DC Universe movies.
Yeah. So, did you see Reign of Superman?
Yeah, I watched it as soon as it came out, and I woke up this morning. When I woke up that morning,
what'd you think of Reign of Superman?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, if you didn't watch the first part, you'll definitely get lost.
Yeah, definitely. We've both seen both parts, right?
Yeah.
Or
both of them
did you just go into Reign?
No, when I got DC Universe, when it first started in September, first thing I watched was Death of Superman. As soon as I saw it on there, I was like, well, I know what I'm watching.
Yeah. It's cool seeing those like other Supermen like get some spotlight. I always like Steel just because like his costume's so awesome.
Yeah, no, Steel is probably one of my personal favorites. I mean, my first exposure to Steel is through Shaq, though.
It's so weird. You didn't see him in like the animated series of Superman?
I said my first exposure to him was him, and then I saw how cool he was in the animated series.
Yeah, he was played by Worf from Star Trek.
You can suck my woof, whatever.
My ridges.
Yes. Actually, what's funny is I'll tell you about later. I found out one actor who played like a lot of characters. I'll tell you later about it. But
Reign of Superman is pretty good. A lot of cool fights.
Superman with a mullet.
Some spoilers, I guess, but I was a little disappointed that spoilers all day now.
Yep.
I was disappointed that it turned out to be Darkseid and not like Warworld like it originally is.
Yeah. I mean, they were trying to set it. Did you watch the post-credit scene?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they were setting it up for for Dark Side Wars.
Yeah, I know, and like Darkseid is whatever, but I kind of like Mongol better than Darkseid. So like, I really
Listen.
wanted to see War World and Mongol.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing about Dark Side Wars. If they do this, if they don't, I'll be a little disappointed. Anti-Monitor.
Yeah, but see,
And also, Batman sits on the Mobius chair and becomes a god of wisdom.
I get that.
I mean, that's going to be interesting to see. And hell, Lex Luthor becomes the god of Apocalypse.
But they had a better setup. They could have done, War World, destroying Green Lantern City, Green Lantern Parallax, then Green Lantern Rebirth, and then Blackest Night. Because the Blackest Night would work with Death of Superman just because, Necron's bringing people back to life.
Yep.
Superman's been dead. Superman comes back to life. Would have been perfect.
You know what the problem is? You know why they won't go in that order?
Why not?
Because we have you not seen the Green Lantern movie?
Yeah, I know.
That's the reason we don't get no more Green Lantern animated movies.
Yeah.
Like everyone says, Warner Brothers is a very reactionary company.
Yeah. Like,
but no,
I wish it was different with like animated stuff, though.
We'll eventually get to that stuff. You never know. I mean, they went to Wonder Woman first, then they went to Lois.
Yeah.
So they did they did a little dip. They're doing their own little thing. I mean, Superman gets a new costume that represents like the new 52 version and the Superman Steel costume.
Yeah, he's got the pop collar.
Yep.
Which I'm not a big fan of the collar.
But I'm not a big fan of the turtleneck though.
Yeah, I don't really like that collar either. But I did really like Reign of the Superman. I think Death of Superman was a little better, but I just like seeing those other Supermen in animation.
Plus, we never really got a chance to see a Reign of the Superman story because when they first did the first Death of Superman.
Oh yeah, it's completely different.
They warped everybody into one. Just went, okay, we're gonna put the Eradicator and Superboy together. Okay, we're good. And Cyborg Superman. We don't need to steal. Like that was pretty much what his comb was in that one.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that was completely different. I do like that interpretation of the Death of Superman just because of what a weirdo Lex Luthor is. Like when he like beats up like the Superman clone, and like he's just like, "Why did you leave me?" It's like crazy.
You know what's actually funny about that Lex Luthor, who he's voiced by?
Who's he voiced by?
He's voiced by Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, he also played Brainiac 5 on Smallville.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was when I found that out, I was like, okay, let's see how this one. What's real funny though is the guy who plays this Lex Luthor is I can't remember his name. Dwight. He plays Dwight on there.
Oh,
on
it's
The
that
Office.
Rainn Wilson guy or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah. He did a pretty good job with Luthor a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he did a pretty good job, Luthor. I like, the guy who played Superboy was really good. Eradicator was, Eradicator.
Black Lightning played Steel.
Yeah, that's true.
This is my first time I get to play two black superheroes. I get to play two black superheroes that are DC reputations.
Yeah.
Try to get me now, Marvel.
Steel is awesome. Like,
yeah,
they got to do more with Steel. Steel is so cool.
I mean,
like, he's got the steel S, he's got the hammer and the red cape. He looks so cool.
We already have the perfect setup in the DC extended universe for him. Like, we could just see him going to all the Death of Superman, and then we see him fight crime like during that time.
That'd be pretty cool.
Warner Brothers, if you're listening to this, that you can have it for free. Just make it happen. You can have LeBron James. I'm kidding. We're not gonna have we don't want a basketball star again.
Get somebody good.
Get someone that feels like it. Hell, get Black Lightning back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Just get the guy who played Black Lightning. He's good.
No, people will not get confused. We're not stupid.
Yeah.
I guess I think we're it for that one.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to what are you watching? What are you playing, Kyle?
Yep. Well, obviously we're playing Kingdom Hearts.
I've only played it for an hour. Maybe I played it for the first time today. So here's my first impression of it. The music video is pretty good at the beginning of this Kingdom Hearts game. Not my favorite Kingdom Hearts music video, but definitely I think it's better than number two's music video.
Oh
Not as
yeah.
good as number one, but definitely I really like it. And
You know,
yeah,
it's also remixed by
Sora, Donald, and Goofy are as silly as ever.
Yep.
I love when like people try to like make these like serious videos about the lore of Kingdom Hearts, and then it's like, you guys know how like silly this game is, right?
The lore is great. That I will say.
Yeah, but like the main characters are so silly, man. Like
Yeah.
Sora is such a goofball.
Yeah.
Like you'll see these like pictures of him looking like a badass, but then when you play the game, he's so silly.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he finally like I like how they set it up and everything. Like this is just the first game, so it's like not really like much of a spoiler. Like Sora pretty much like lost his powers. Like he didn't really lose them. He's more like it's more like his powers are re-renovating, and because he's now Keyblade Master, he's getting new powers. I've done ridiculous shit, Chris. I summoned a boat. Okay.
I did that too, man. Like I'm only in the Hercules level. I summoned the boat. I was able to do the Sonic Blade thing from like Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance.
And
The
Kingdom Hearts
flow
1.
motion from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which is pretty cool. Like it's a little weird to get the hang of it, but I was like, okay, I can do this. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll say this though, the Unreal Engine, because that's the greatest engine in the world right now. I think it's probably a good idea that they actually did go to this engine, because if you look at the Luminous engine when it was originally developed, it could only settle one style. But with the Luminous engine, but with the Unreal Engine, they could do it with multiple styles. Like you can go to Toy Story and have like make Sora look like toys and everything, and like plastic, and like it look realistic. And then like also look at Hercules World or like Tangle's World, for example. Tangle is probably the best world to it looks very flushes and cartoonish, but then when you go to Pirates of the Caribbean, the engine changes and turns into this ultra realistic version of Heartless's from that game from that's in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm only in Hercules level right now.
Yeah. I'm just basing on what I've seen from the trailer. So
yeah, I would say, Sora feels a little different than he did. I mean, I guess Kingdom Hearts 2, he kind of felt like this, but like, I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 more, so like Sora feels a lot more floaty than like Kingdom Hearts 1, he's a lot heavier.
Yeah. That was because like to me, like the best way to say it, he was young. He was still trying to get the handle of a Keyblade, and then in Kingdom Hearts 2, even though he was asleep for a couple years, he was starting to develop more as a Keyblade wielder. Although my friends were like, wait, Sora's never been a Keyblade Master? Just because you hold a Keyblade doesn't make you a Keyblade Master.
Yeah.
If I hold a samurai sword, does that make me a samurai? No, it makes years of discipline, my son.
But I am looking forward to playing more of this game when I have time.
Oh yeah. After this podcast, I'm probably gonna play more of it. Then I got to go to work tomorrow. Then play more. Luckily, I have one day out of the weekend off, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, but and then let's see what else. Oh, but one more thing. That's not really Kingdom Hearts 3. It's Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
Yeah, they trolled us with the intro being like maybe it will turn to Kingdom Hearts 3 once you get far enough. That's what I was thinking, but like it says 2.9.
Well, if it goes to Kingdom Hearts 3 and changes there, I'm gonna go. So how far? I'm gonna go to my one friend and be like, "How far are you?" He's like, I'm at this world. You're still in Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Shut up! It's gonna be so funny.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the best reason to say that. What other thing? Oh yeah, and like let's see. Well, I've been also just preparing for Kingdom Hearts because I've been just playing Kingdom Hearts 2, trying to get that ultimate Keyblade. So close.
Like regular Kingdom Hearts 2?
Regular Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Because I had the original.
Wow.
I had the ultimate Keyblade in the original Kingdom Hearts 2.
I remember the ultimate Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2 is actually way easier to get than it is in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh yeah, it is. They made it a little more difficult this one because you have to kill these mushroom organizations to get to get all the last items. I was like, oh,
If I remember correctly, too, you could get the Ultimate Keyblade Plus though in like Kingdom Hearts 2 or
yeah,
something like that.
I think so. I know you can get the plus for Save the Queen and Save the King, which I
Yeah,
just actually got that one. Actually, Save the Queen.
nice.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah. All
pretty
right.
cool.
So I guess that's all of what we're playing. So what are you watching?
Uh, I've been very busy with my job lately. I haven't really been watching anything except yeah, I haven't been watching anything, Kyle. I've been watching Family Matters, the greatest sitcom of all times.
Oh
Steve
God.
Urkel, Carl Winslow.
Did you
You
get to the
know,
episode? Did you get to the episode where Steve Urkel beats up the White Ranger?
not yet. Still pretty early on, but you
I gotta
know,
find that episode. I want to just watch that just because Urkel beating up freaking Tommy. I find that hilarious.
I'll get there eventually. But yeah, after a crazy work day, sometimes I just don't have enough time to do anything. So it's like I'll just watch some Family Matters, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, well, I'm still watching Future Man, and
Nice.
I actually got to watch. I watched two movies actually. One of them was a Best Picture nominee.
Oh, actually, I did watch a movie over the weekend that I've never seen.
Oh,
I watched 21 Jump Street. It was okay. It had Captain Marvel, Brie Larson in it. I was like, hey, look at that.
future Marvel superhero there.
Ice Cube, hilarious in that movie.
Yep. He's also very hilarious in Triple X State of the Union. I remember when he's with somebody, he's like, if it got wheel, you can jack it. And he jacks an entire tank.
Nice.
Like I love it. That's on Netflix, by the way, if you ever want to watch that. If you haven't seen it.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. Let's see. I watched two movies. I watched one of them with the Best Picture nominations. I figured I'd get that out of the way. I watched The Green Book.
Oh, okay.
It was actually a pretty good movie. I can actually understand why I got Best Picture nomination. I had a good laugh out of it. It was about this famous black pianist that he travels with a guy who's white, who's an Italian, go across country, and then he starts going to the deep south and getting like pretty much like racist over there.
Continue.
Random phone rants.
Yeah.
But anyway, but what happens is there's this one part of the movie where they respected him a lot, and once they go over there they put him in colored hotels and everything like that, and it gets really depressing. It gets depressing, but I also understand this guy's trying to protect him and everything, trying to get him from point A to point B because he's doing a job for his family.
Yeah.
And it blossoms into a friendship too. He goes and starts being racist and goes, "You never had fried chicken?" Because they're in Kentucky, and they say, "Oh, when will I ever get to have fried chicken in Kentucky?" So he eats fried chicken. He goes, "No, I do not eat fried chicken." It's like, "No, here, try some." It's like, "Come on." He's like, "Where's the utensil? Where's the plate? Just live a little." He starts eating the fried chicken like that. He's starts loving it. He's like, "What do we do with the bones? We throw them out the window." And then he throws his drink out the window. He goes, beep, 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 picks it up because he tells him because he told him to pick it up. No littering. He's fine with the bones, but not the drink. But when it gets down to there, he goes to this plantation area, and he tells them, "Oh," and remember this is in the 1960s, so
yeah.
He tells them, "Oh, well," he's like, "What are you gonna do? What are you doing?" "I'm using the restroom." He's like, "Well, if you're gonna use the restroom, use the outhouse over there." So he tells the pianist that's playing at their concert to use the outhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
he's segregation and bullcrap like that back in the day.
Yeah. So he said, and you know what he says? He says, "Well, if you're not gonna let me use the bathroom, I'd rather just go to my hotel, which is a 20-minute drive." And he goes, "Well, we're gonna wait for you." And he goes to a hotel and comes back.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It has a little bit of everything. Has a little bit of humor. I think you would like it, Chris. Just give it a watch. It if you're ever out in the movies and there's nothing really going on Friday nights.
Maybe I will.
get your buddy Bill to watch it. Just tell him. Well, just tell him it's a Best Picture nomination, and just tell it's up there with Black Panther. Because I feel like this movie's up there with Black Panther right now for me.
Yeah.
And then I saw Black Dynamite.
I haven't seen that movie in like 100 years. Movie's great though.
I know. I watched the animated series. I just never got a chance to watch the movie. I finally see it on Netflix, and it was at midnight. I'm like, I'm watching this.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, me and my boss, we were talking about that movie. We were talking about I think the best part was them trying to figure out where the meaning of with like where these drugs were coming from, and with the and they're like M&Ms.
Yeah.
And it's like, where did M come from? Mars. What is the Roman god's name? Mars. And it's like, what is this
part of the movie where they just get to the conclusion? Like, yeah. That movie is so great. Like, you shouldn't spoil it for anybody. Just if you haven't seen Black Dynamite, just go watch Black Dynamite right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, I didn't spoil all of it. I'm just saying that's like my favorite part.
That's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah. Oh no. The best part is I'm not gonna say anything. Is what happens afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Like, let me think. I'm trying to think of a hilarious thing. Like, I'm trying to remember what from that movie. Like, I know that guy is also Bronze Tiger and Arrow. But I also found something really funny about that guy, though, that you wouldn't believe me until you had to look it up.
What's that?
He played Doomsday on Justice League.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did not realize that until I was like, what other movies was he in? Because I wanted to make sure, you know? And there he was. I was like, oh, so he's been with DC for a while. He's been rolling with them.
It's pretty cool.
Also, he's the guy that gets killed by a pencil.
Nice.
By Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Watch me make this pencil. Yeah, I love that movie though. It was I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
Like it was. I think I can understand why people talked about it. I understand why G4 talked about it so much.
It's a great movie. Like,
yeah,
so good.
And if you like the movie, go watch the animated series.
Animated series is good as well. Really good.
Just remember, if you watch the movie and if you're asking about people, it's a spinoff. Don't question anything about it. It's animated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for everybody.
I guess that's the end of the podcast. This has been the Mediaverse podcast. We go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're, movie news, pop culture, video game stuff. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. I said that already. Have a good night, everybody. Go watch Black Dynamite. And,
it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's
stay classy.
Yep. Always stay classy. Always stay thirsty, my friends.